This is the NFL on EA Sports, and this is Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow gonna open by putting it up. And he's gonna get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
A 1st down throw for Burrow. He'll find Andre Yosibas. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
He's got a receiver. It's Chase. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there, but that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Second down, Burrow. That is caught, and he's in. Jamar Chase, touchdown Cincinnati. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg, able to find the end zone on the game's 1st possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw right away. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Second down, Lawrence. To the left side, it's caught by Brown.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Chris Jenkins there on the tackle. Second and 7. They put Strange in motion. Now second down throw for Lawrence. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Might be wise for this quarterback to try somebody else in coverage here, Mike. This guy's known for being a savvy playmaker once the ball's in the air, and he showed why by swatting that ball away, and he's going to pick up a PBU on the stat sheet.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Once again, it's Etienne. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. They'll run it once more with Etienne. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
Lawrence now on second down. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of the...
And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Brown. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. Gesicki, the man in motion. They'll run here with Brown. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. A carry here for Brown. And he's going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Burrow here on 2nd down. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on 1st and 2nd down to stay ahead of the chains so 3rd down is not so daunting.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Back to throw, Burrow. They'll set up the screen to Brown. Man. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Here's Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Gesicki, the man in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Taking off. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the first down.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Now Brown. He's going to have a Bengals first down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Tyke Smith. And the Jaguars force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. unmask the defense, and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
To throw is Lawrence. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll send him over to the left. That's complete. It's Joseph. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with the sack.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Jaguars offense getting set to get back to work. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. Not much room to operate there. He'll get only to about the 24. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Now, Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Play action now. It's Burrow. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Here's Burrow. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw and brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the give, it's ETN. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They put Strange in motion. They go play action for Lawrence. He's got a man wide open, the tight end, complete. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert 1st downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Trevor Lawrence, touchdown Jaguars. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's the veteran Zach Moss. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now a give on the ground. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4. Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And a good run. He'll take it forward for 6 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 9. Higgins sent in motion. 2nd down. Burrow. This one caught by Chase. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow now to throw on 1st down. The throw on the run is complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Burrow now. That's to the right side and incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
On comes the punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Jaguars offense headed back to take over once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. They put Strange in motion. Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. And they're going to move this one all the way up near the 30-yard line.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
Now a handoff. ETN trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. Lawrence. A throw right side is intercepted. That's the linebacker, Logan Wilson. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. His 2nd touchdown of this first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. He fields it at the 8. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. The Jags offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. To throw is Lawrence. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. On first down, Lawrence. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now here's Lawrence. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. They continue to roll, continue to move the chains. That was a gain of 15. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They put Strange in motion. A first down throw for Lawrence. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterback's lucky on that one, Mike, that ball ended up just harmlessly falling to the ground. It was that initial pressure that got to him that forced the errant throw, and fortunately for this offense, that ball didn't end up going the other way.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This about as short as you can get. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense going to take over just before the half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Throwing is Burrow. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. The visitors' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's ETN. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Play action now. It's Lawrence. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. That is Trey Hendrickson, the veteran, in there to record the sack.
You find yourself trailing coming out of the halftime break. Your defense is going to start on the field. And, man, what a great way to get this half started. Keep this game within one possession, get the ball back to your offense, and see what they can do.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosibon. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Taken in by Gesicki. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Passing right side, and Chase has it. Whoa! He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a 1st down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals have tied it at 17.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's Etienne. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They put Strange in motion. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. They get 12 yards on that pass. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
Here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle, here's Etienne. Powerful running there, stiff-arming his way for a gain of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll try and run for the first with Etienne.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
First and 10. Lawrence. There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. In trouble, and down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play. Third and long. Now Lawrence. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
The home team's offense ready to take over once again. They'll start out first down and 10. Back to throw, Burrow. You'll find he's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Jaguars, and remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Burrow here on second down, and that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
So, from the 36, it is first and 10. Burrow fires quick to Higgins. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Two first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's first and 10. Gesicki, the man in motion. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. On the ground, it's Brown. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's third down and a few inches. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
You get in these situations, third down, tie game, fourth quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You're going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And if he continues to come up with these third down pickups and continues to extend this drive, he's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late. I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
And he's out of bounds at the 5, and they're in business. It is 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
A run on 1st and goal. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Burrow to throw. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass. Big play coming up here. Tie game, 3rd and a couple. They'll try to run this one in. And he will dive into the end zone. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They put Strange in motion. On 1st down, Lawrence. That's complete to ETN. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Lawrence now on 2nd down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. On the ground, here's Etienne. He will have a Jaguars first down by a couple of yards. Give him 4 yards. It was 3rd and 2 as they convert. They put Strange in motion. Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to Etienne. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. They put Strange in motion. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he's not going to get to the sticks. He'll wind up losing yardage as they mark him short of the 1st down, and it sets up 4th down.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have a Jags first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page and the ball falls incomplete.
2nd down, Lawrence. Gets it away quickly and it's caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. They put Strange in motion. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. To the goal line and in. Brenton Strange. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bengals offense make their way out to take over once more. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. They'll run here with Brown. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Play action now. It's Burrow. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. Burrow now. That's caught! And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
And it's the arm talent, Mike. It's on full display. His ability to step up in the pocket, get everything behind that ball, and throw a laser downfield. That's not a throw that all quarterbacks in the NFL are capable of making, and I think it was pretty good defense. Just turned out to be a better throw.
On first and 10, Burrow. To the left side, caught by Chase. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, fourth quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
Catch left side is made by Higgins. And he will get into the end zone. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. They'll do so with first and 10. To throw is Lawrence. This pass is caught by Thomas. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Here's Lawrence to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
This play is actually really well defended here, but I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
On first and 10, Lawrence. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. It is 2nd and a yard. sending a receiver right. Now second down throw for Lawrence. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Jaguar first down. They'll drop to throw. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Bengals offense back onto the field for their next possession. We're all even. Fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. He'll set up the screen to Brown. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosivon. 17 yards, the gain there. It's a Cincinnati first down.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They're trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the fourth quarter?
Passing right side, and Chase has it. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
A clutch throw here to keep their chances alive. Tie ball game as they approach midfield now. They've got to keep an eye on the clock. They've got to find a way to get this ball into field goal range, stop the clock, and see if your kicker could be a hero.
Right back to Chase. He's got it again. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Brown. And he's shedding tacklers left and right, winding his way for a gain of 8. They come up for 2nd and 2. They'll run a big hole, and he'll be taken down. Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout, and it comes with exactly 1 minute left in the game. Here is 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll stick to the ground. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. McPherson now for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Bengals will go up by 7. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Lawrence. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's safe to say this offense now is entering desperation mode. They have such a long way to go with such little time to do it. You're thinking chunk plays, get out of bounds. You have to stop the clock and continue to pick up as much yardage as you can to, at the very least, be in position to take one Hail Mary shot to the end zone.
That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win here in the jungle for the Bengals. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.